Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Cody. I'm gonna actually talk about side decking with Kozmo today. Is what this video is gonna be about. Um, as you guys can see from my most recent videos, I've been playing Kozmo since we got the new support. I don't plan to change that at all. The biggest matchup problem for Kozmo, other than the mirror match, is Pepe. That deck is the one. You want to come up here? Come on. Say what's up. Say what's up, YouTube. But anyways, that is the one problematic matchup, and it's not so much that Pepe is the problem. It's that Ignister is the problem. If they get Ignister off, more than likely they win. That's just how it goes. Hey, relax. You're on video. Everyone's gonna see how crazy you are. Everyone's gonna see how crazy you are. Go get your mommy. Go get your mommy. Go get her. Oh, okay. All right. So, anyways, let's get to it. Anyways, like I was saying, Ignister is the main problem because if you think about the way that deck plays, if they can't Ignister you, they can't get over Dark Destroyer because everything else is either too small or it burns out too many resources. All right. So back to what I was saying. So if you can stop the Ignister play, more than likely as a Kozmo player, you're gonna win that matchup. I do think Pepe is the best, probably gonna be the best deck in the game.
What, baby?
Against every other deck, but I think Kozmo is gonna have the best matchup against Pepe. And I think it can hold its own against every other deck, if that makes any sense. So, overall, Pepe will probably be the best deck to play if you want the best matchups through the day. But if you want to, if you're confident as a Kozmo player that you can beat all of the other random decks, chances are you're going to beat Kozmo or Pepe when you play against Pepe. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to actually touch on some side cards, and I'll explain why these cards are so vital. Alright, so the first card I showed was Max C. The reason why Max C is so good, I actually recently, there was like a top 8 or a top 16 Pepe Magician player at that European tournament that they just had. He was either siding Maxi or I think he was maining 2 Maxi, I want to say. And he said in his profile, I wouldn't run Maxi because Maxi's bad. I stopped watching that video immediately. That guy is the worst player if he thinks Maxi's bad right now. Anybody else who thinks that, you're really bad. Just quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Pepe tries to go off. You don't Maxi at the first opportunity you get. You wait until you drop a Destroyer on them. When you put Destroyer on the board with Max C in your hand, you are going to force them to give you so much in pluses to get rid of that Destroyer because of how they have to work through the Max C. And if they can't OTK you that turn, you win for sure. They can't get out of it because they gave you, every time I've done that, I go up by either +4 to +6 depending on what they're doing. But it's never less than +4 I get off of that play. That's why Max C is so important in the side deck, or if you main it. It's kind of, some people are maining it, some people siding it. If I could main 3, I would main 3. That's how good the card is to me. I think hand trap wise, I think it is probably the best hand trap in Yu-Gi-Oh. So let's get to the next card. Alright, next card was Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre, I think is up there too, because of how Pepe plays against Kozmo, and what they have to do. So when they go to make their Ignister play, they rarely, I mean, this is a 1 in 15, I would say, or maybe even 1 in 20, to where they pop their own scale to use the Ignister effect. More times than not, they use the special summon effect from the deck, then they try to pop the monster, the Lester they bring out, and then they spin your Dark Destroyer. So when they go do their little special summon play, if you Ghost Ogre them, you essentially just shut off everything they were doing that turn. So if they were under max C, you just went plus however many, and then they lost their entire play, and now they're out. Basically, they can't come back from that. If they weren't under the max C, you stopped them that turn from ignistoring you, because they had to use the pendulum to get it off. That's how the deck works. You stop that from happening, and then you can either get yourself ready for another ignister, or if you can OTK, however it plays out, whatever. But the card stops tons of advantage in the Pepe. And then last card, Effect Veiler. That is the most underrated card right now. There's a lot of plays with Effect Veiler you can do. It's really, really, really good against Pepe. Like, it ends games. Your goal is to obviously hit the ignister with it, but I've ended games by hitting a Ferro Imp, where they have to make the Ferro Imp to continue to go off, and you hit the Ferro Imp so it stops them dead in their tracks, and then you win because you did that. You can hit so many things with Veiler in that matchup, and like I said earlier in the video, that is the only problematic matchup because of Ignister doesn't target. That's the reason why I think these are the best hand traps in the game to combat that deck. I personally side 3 Max Cs, 3 Veilers, and 2 Ghost Ogres I main deck. The Ghost Ogres, I've been in and out of the main board. I'm going back to them in the main board, but that's another video. And then we're going to touch on some cards real quick, some other ones that I think we'll start to see more play with this whole Magician thing coming out and all that. So we're not going to spin the camera or anything. First one, Thunder King. Summon Thunder King. Magicians kind of just look at their hand and hope they can pendulum something to get over it. That's kind of like their hope and prayer. Grand Horn. Grand Horn's going to start seeing a lot more play, especially with Pepe being as good as it is. And surprisingly, this card's really good against the Tower Knights. Like, Tower Knights struggle against this if you get it off. Skill Drain. If you're not maining this in Kozmo, a lot of people aren't. I haven't been for a long time. I would say probably side one. The Pepe matchup, it's pretty good. In the Pepe matchup, this is a pretty strong card. Whether you main it or side it, it's up to you. But it kind of shuts them off. It shuts off a lot of their plays, at least. So those are the cards that I would be looking at side decking if I was a Kozmo player playing at any large scale event, because chances are the large scale events are going to be looking like probably, I'd say, in the 60 or 70% Pepe or Pepe variant of some sort. Magicians are going to be in that mix. You're going to have a lot of Magician players, and then you're going to have Kozmo players. And then you'll have your random rogue decks, like 1 or 2 per, let's say 3% rogue decks, just random. But you're going to have a decent amount, I would say overwhelmingly amount of Pepe variants and Magicians, which the majority of those cards are good against all those decks. So I hope you guys enjoy. Rate, comment, subscribe. Until next time, see you guys later.